Okay, so this would look better in the evening, but I'm impatient, so I'm gonna do some right now. I'm gonna try for the brass again. So I got one of these big weed burners. Well, it's a big propane torch. They don't call them weed burners. And I did a test, and it seemed to be working pretty well. It seemed like the crucible was getting red hot. So interestingly, the ends of these are coated in flammable shit, but I have all of those casings in there. Yeah, it's a little wobbly because the bricks are uneven, but we'll go ahead and get it started. So I'll open up the propane tank. And then this thing is super touchy. Like, I think I could turn it up enough where it actually blows that over. But it's super loud, so you're not going to be able to hear me talking. Alright. So let's get this going a little bit. So this kicks off way more heat, so I'll have to be mindful of that. Yeah, so I can really turn that up if I need to. Oh yeah, so during the day it'll be a little harder to see. It'll be a little harder to see if I'm getting at the right level, but when it cools off, I'll be able to tell if the crucible is burning better. Or if it's hot enough, not burning. It's definitely starting to glow red a bit. I'm gonna tweak the angle of this thing. Still increasing in temperature. Does kind of feel like I reached a plateau with how hot I'm getting. That's pretty hot. So I don't think it actually to melt at all. Oh, you know what? I mean, yeah, that melted a bunch of brass together. Not particularly well. I would like to autofocus on it, please. I'm not gonna put my hand behind it. You can see there's a chunk there that like distinctly has no, what's going on with my autofocus? I don't know why the autofocus is not working. There's a chunk there that distinctly has like no signs of being shell casings. So, yeah, partial success. So that should work for aluminum because it's going to be 200 degrees lower temp. Let me see if I can get this focus to work. There we go. Yeah, so you can see there's a good chunk of that does not look like shell casings at all. That's all melted together. Nice. So I might be able to do brass. And I can probably do aluminum. Aluminum will be the next test once this all cools down and I'll clean it out a little bit. I am considering still getting a proper electric furnace, just for ease of use, and then I can do higher temp stuff like brass and copper really easily, and also probably even steel. Yeah, so there we go.
Oops.
Okay, so we've got the chunks of the intake manifold piece all cut up and ready to go. So I think we can only fit about 3 of those in there. Oh, maybe only 2? Ah, 3.
That's
All
4.
right. So unfortunately these bricks $20 for single use, which was well worth it. So it is getting me more in the mood for buying one of those electric furnaces, because if I have to spend like $60 on fire bricks for only like a handful of them, and they're super fragile, how long is that going to last? And then there's a big setup and disassembly process every time. So it might be about the same cost to just to buy an electric furnace. So yeah, we just toss it in there like that. Hopefully it doesn't shake too much. We have the small mold here just so that we can preheat it. I guess we're gonna get started. Okay,
that went fast last time. Okay, so I'll go fast.
So yeah, I'm not quite sure how much I want to have it on, but it does go like, it does go to the point where it's probably too much. So it's only been about 3 minutes of actually getting a decent temperature, and it actually kind of looks like the bit at the very top is starting to collapse in a bit. That looks like it's a slightly different shape, but I didn't get a close look at it. So we'll just keep leaving it going with a low flame like this. So it's been a couple more minutes, and the aluminum is definitely going down. I actually don't know by how much. Let's kill the flame. Kill the flame, not kill us.
It's a puddle in the bottom. You want to add some more?
Yeah, let's add a bit more in there. So I guess this has a pilot like it's on all the time.
No. There's bolts and something at the bottom there. I just don't want to have a splash up on me.
Yeah, that's why I brought some goggles out.
We did dry the saw, so we should be okay.
Okay. It does cool down awful fast. I guess graphite is a good conductor. So let's see real time how long this takes to get back up to temperature now. Okay, so this is 7 minutes total into the, well, so like 9 minutes total into the process. Yeah, so I was going way overboard with the temperature for the brass. Alright, we'll just leave that running because I mean, I've got 8 gigs of video left, but I don't want to stop and go inside while this is running. Are you going to try and scrape some stuff off now? Alright.
Fucking asshole.
this. It's hot, that's for sure. Oh, that's a lot. Oh boy. Okay. You want to pop some more bits in there, I guess?
Sure.
I was not expecting it to pour out that much. Oh, that's cool.
There's a little bit of cleaner left on there. Oh, that's full now. That's all we get. It's burning the paint off your tongs.
Yeah, gloves might not have been a bad idea. It's fine, it's just a tan. Okay. Give that a while to cool off. Love it. It is boiling a little bit, but not anything massive. Okay, there is the first cast bar. It looks like it's a little uneven on the bottom. Yeah, that's a bit odd. I guess because of the shrinkage maybe, or maybe it didn't fully form in there.
Kinda hot.
I guess we'll hopefully do the next one more successfully without spilling a bunch. All right, and toss those in. Wow, the exposure is going way over. Yeah, you go ahead. Oh, it's definitely at the top. I saw some stuff moving around.
Oh, we're almost full.
Yeah, nice. This. Oh, I can see like waves of heat on this thing, like going up the sides. Oh, that is full. Oh, I'm suddenly nervous.
And just ever so slightly small amounts. We're not overflowing it onto the grass. Maybe it's not hot enough.
Mm.
Just has
Oh,
really
God.
high surface tension. Whoa.
Okay, well that's still a fair bit. Where we don't want it. Oh yeah, you can see it shrunken again. I think this mold is probably just too small for this size.
For what we're pouring
Crucible.
from, yeah.
Oh,
Because
God.
you're not supposed to fill up a mold the full way. You're just supposed to
Yeah. Oh,
have it
ow.
oversized.
Ow. Ow. Hot. Let's go ahead and get the heat back on there. Yeah. So this time we're heating up the actual mold to get like a decent red. So it's a more similar temperature, and hopefully that stops the bottom pulling up as much. Yeah, you see those like lines of like heat going up the thing?
Oh, that's cool. Let me just give her a quick stir. Get the crap off the top. It seems to help last time.
Oh God.
It stayed on top this time.
Yeah, slowly improving.
It is very small for what you're pouring from.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. It's like string. Get back in. Get back in there. Well, there'll just be some inside here. Oh, look at that dismount.
10 out of 10.
Oh, look at this. this time. Oh, it went over the edge a little bit. Oh, you can see it is getting a bit of a divot in there, though. It looks like there's a little bit of a divot in the middle right there.
Yeah. It's definitely going to take a lot longer to go off this time.
Autofocus does not like this. Alright. I don't think so.
Well, the pilot plane was really small.
Okay, take the... Hang on, let me get that better. Also get that thing that's in the nozzle. Spelled it. There's a better word for it.
One sec. One more. Okay. Alright. Oh,
shit.
Perfect. Way better than last time.
Yeah, it's just an improvement.
Just pour the rest out onto the concrete so we're not having to...
That's quite a lot in there.
It's just a waste of propane at this point.
Yes. Oh god. Well,
Yeah, you can pick it out of there. I guess aluminum's cheap, so it doesn't matter. Is it
yeah.
empty? Nope, it's not empty.
Oh yeah, scrape it out. That's gonna be a bunch of dross. Yeah, the bigger mold's gonna make it way easier. Also, the fucking mosquitoes are getting pretty bad.
I haven't had any mosquito bites until like today.
Yeah, see.
Just turn it upside down, give it a little shake. There you go. Now I think it's clean.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Let it cool off more slowly.
Alright, so overall, casting was pretty rough, but it is a super small mold for a fairly big crucible, relatively speaking. So I have that one that's like 6 times larger coming. So now we'll just let this cool off for 6 hours. Okay, so basically it's hot enough out that my phone is overheating, so I can't record for long periods, and I also lost a bunch of video that I just took. So that's really annoying. So I've melted down a bunch of other big chunks, and I'm going to recycle some of the other ones that I cast the other day. I'm just doing an open design like this because these bricks are not made for high temperature whatsoever, so they're completely falling apart. And I had a larger graphite mold come in, so I'm going to pour into that, and then I have a hatchet that I'm going to use to hopefully scrape the top of it off for the overflow and hopefully get a nice clean casting bar. But I'm going to toss some more in there for now anyways. I don't think this piece is going to fit, so we'll just get those going. So it's about halfway full of melted stuff right now. Okay, so I've got what looks like quite a bit in there. So, I'm going to scrape off the dross. At least as much of it as I can easily. So that's quite a nice big amount. I want it to be even. At least as, oh fuck, as even as I can get it. And then while it's still hopefully reasonably soft, I'm gonna try. Oh no, that cooled off a lot. Okay, I should have preheated the mold. Figured I'd try without. Alright, we'll leave that go until it cools off a bit. Alright, I'm just going to see if I can get that out now. That's pretty nice. All right, let's quench it. Looks like it cooled off quite fast, actually. Not like boiling a bunch or anything. It's got a couple more bits to add in. It's pretty fun, you know, I'm putting stuff in that has like machine threads into it. I'm just melting it down. Oh God. Okay. Come on. There we go. There's one. Oh man, I'm really shit at this. There's two. Okay, I got a couple more little pieces to add in. I think it's actually like the waves of heat that's messing with the autofocus. These have a little bit of water on them, so that might be a problem. Yeah, just boil it a little bit. And then this time, I'm gonna heat up the mold as well. I'm not sure where I want to put it. I'm just going to heat that up so that it hopefully doesn't cool off as much, and then I can scrape the top off with a hatchet. Probably going to put that in the back. Let's just shove it back there. Yeah, it's a little hard to tell how hot it's getting because it doesn't glow nearly as much during the day, but it's melting it pretty nice. Okay, I can see a red glow on the mold as well, so I think we're good. Turn that down. Let's get the mold out. Crucible out. Okay, so get that off. Do the pour. And then quickly that's going to look nice. That bit that I skimmed off, as long as it doesn't sink in anymore or too much more, that's going to turn out real nice. Look at that. Ooh. All right. Look at that. So the surface tension is giving it a bit of an upwards thing. Okay, I'm just not going to touch that. I'm going to let it cool off. Put some more heat back on the crucible, but I don't think there's actually a whole lot left inside. Actually, you know what? It's too hot. I'm tired of doing this. And I don't feel like hacksawing a bunch more material up. So let's go for some theatrics. Those were some nice noises. Ooh. Yeah, that crucible's nice and clean. And I'm just going to spray that bit on the ground. So that's about an hour to get 2 of those bars. Alright, I'm going to let that propane burn off and then let's give that bar time to chill. Literally. Alright, I'm too impatient. And I can see it pulling away from the sides a bit already. It's only been a few minutes. Ooh, look at that. Okay, let's cool it off. Alright, I'll give that a few minutes and then we'll take a look at it. Alright, so here's this one. You can see it's still not great. It caved in a little bit at the top. But I was probably expecting too much. And honestly, that's way better than the first one. If I grab that. Just the comparison between the two. I mean, that one is way, way better. Sorry, that's the top of that one. Still sunken a little bit there, and so it was a little uneven on the ground, and it's a bit fatter on that side, which is annoying. But that is way closer to like a finished product than the other one. This one also pulled in less on the edges here, because I heated up the mold. Nice, I'm pretty happy with that. So now I just need to figure out how to make a mold.